A, 2 blue B, because we haven't had enough of blue.
Don't cut either of them, actually.
Okay, next one, 4 black B, 5 blue A.
Cut the black one and move on.
Got it, okay. 8 black C, 9 red A.
Cut the black one and move on.
Yes, Otto, you're my hero. 10 red B, 11 red B, 12 blue B.
Cut the red one.
Which one?
The first red one.
Yes! Otto, you are my hero! Otto! We love you, Dogpile! Otto is best bomb diffusion specialist.
I'm bad at everything, but I guess I'm a savant for bombs.
Clearly. Just, you know, quit voice acting and become a bomb person.
Coincidentally, Bomb Savant is my new band. You can pick up the album at notreallyaband.com.
Oh my god.
After all, I'm too hot!
Hot damn!
To this courtroom on firemen, too hot!
Hot damn!
Got all the proof right in my hand, I'm too hot!
Hot damn!
Say my name, you know who I am, I'm too hot!
Hot damn!
The baddest state's attorney, that testimony is bullshit!
Objection! You're gonna have to prove it!
Objection!
Miss Dave, you need to prove it.
Hold it! I'm the one who's gonna prove it to you!
Nick's the one who's gonna prove it to ya!
I'm the one who's gonna prove it to you! Saturday night he was in his spot, Your Honor! Don't believe me, just watch! Take that!
What does that have to do with the witness's location on Saturday night, Mr. Wright?
Well, Your Honor, I have no fucking clue.
So, where were we? Oh, that's right. You two got any more questions for me?
No, we're good. Thank you for leaking all your info, you dumb shit. All right, Athena. To the pub of danger zone. Ow!
No.
Why'd you hit me?
Because no.
Señorita!
Yes?
Señor Viernes is calling you. He wants to see you in his chambers.
For some reason, I had been transformed into some 8th grader's deviant art project. Complete with poorly drawn breasts and awful hair. The correct way to view Larice and Im's sketch is like this. Flippy flippy! Bam! This is how it should actually look. The victim's body wasn't flying above the bridge. It was actually swinging below. That's right, just like a pendulum.
Ridiculous!
Physics with Phoenix, bitch!
As I see her off, she speaks up.
You're probably not getting that coat back, I think.
I'm sure I'll get it back eventually.
Interesting. Take it as it comes, huh? Very Emmy-ish.
With this odd statement, she turns and heads into the building. Honestly, was it that big a deal? Emmy was cold and, unless I'm mistaken, in pain. Giving her a solution to at least one of those problems seems like an obvious reaction. Though, I guess there's a chance I could lose my jacket if Emmy never remembers to return it. I guess Rin has a point. Still, I can't bring myself to muster much worry over the whole thing. After all, it's been getting warmer lately. I don't need a jacket. Huh. Odd. I think I used to be a little more responsible with my stuff. Emmy-ish, huh? Maybe that's not really a bad thing.
It's the end of the line. The final stop, Trite. Let's hear what you've got. Where's this location where you say the killer hit his wound?
I'd say this location is closer than you think, Mr. Godot.
Take that!
I don't know what you're talking about. And frankly, I don't need to know. What I do know is that you'll never be half the lawyer she was. Isn't that right, trite? What was that just now? Mia? It can't be. You're living on through him?
Even as we speak, you're still hiding the wound! It's beneath your mask! During the fight, the red lights given off by the killer suddenly disappeared. Seconds later, the killer let out a scream. That's right, your mask went flying off your face! Mr. Godot, would you mind removing your mask? If you have a dagger wound under there somewhere, then I'd say this whole case is solved.
There's an easy way to find out. All we need to do is... we need to examine these for fingerprints. The prints on the number plate. They will tell us all that we need to know.
Everything? Really? Like what, sir?
Like, well, for example, and such as... well, we know for sure that Detective Gumshoe's dinner will only consist of instant noodles.
Hey, how'd you know? That's amazing! And it's also sad because it's true.
Was that supposed to be a joke to cheer me up, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, that's it. Now then, we should get back to doing what we need to do, and that is... we need to examine... if we examine the fingerprints on the master key... oh, we won't find anything at all, and the criminal probably wiped them clean. Edgeworth, get your head in the game!
This is rough. Just a poor defense attorney. Crime photo? Again. Objection! Ugh, nobody loves me. Objection! Galileo! Objection! Galileo! Objection! Galileo Figaro Magnifico! Objection!
That's very true, Dahlia. And that's exactly the punishment you'll never be able to escape from. For all of eternity, you'll have to remain as Dahlia Hawthorne, a miserable, pathetic, weak creature who can never win at anything. And for you, there is no escape from that, no hope of freedom. Since the day you were executed, the narrow bridge that once stretched out in front of you has burnt to a crisp.
And then I'm gonna come down there. I'm gonna find you. And I'm gonna give you the biggest goddamn kiss, because I'm gonna be so happy to see you. Alright? Just wait down there for me, okay? Because you can't be dead. You understand me? I can't lose Buddy. And Charlotte. And you on top of everything else. So please. Please still be alive. Please. Please. Just for me. Just so I can finally see you again after all these years. Just be standing right there outside of that door when this thing stops, okay? Sal?
I don't even know how many people are dead. I am afraid to look. I can only see what's outside my window, and I see nothing but blood. I think I am alone.
I'm not alone.
Everyone is dead.
I'm not, Charlotte. I'm here!
The city's lights are going out.
Listen, go find Sal. He'll take care of you, alright?
The town has no electricity anymore. The only lights I see are coming from the prison.
That's where I am. The prison. Follow the lights and come find me, alright? Come find me, Charlotte. Come find me and you won't be alone anymore.
One more day.
One more day? One more day and then what? Haven't heard from Sal in a while.
Tomorrow evening.
What's tomorrow evening? What are you talking about? Gregor? What's she talking about?
Until then, you must come here. I will wait here.
No, don't wait here. Come find me! Follow the lights, find the prison, and come see me, alright? Come on.
If you can't make it, well, I fear this world has no place for me anymore.
Please, no.
You know very well there's no way to prove that.
Not even if we were to examine this tape for fingerprints. If I had to take a guess, I'd say that the only ones on here would belong to the murderous you and Mr. Faith.
No! Impossible! I'm...
It would appear to be running 3 hours fast when compared to the flight's onboard clocks. It also changes everything about your testimony. And you can bet 1,000,000 cents on that. In light of this information, it means you saw Mr. Hicks 3 hours prior at 3 a.m.
My 1,000,000 cents!
Even you should know what that is, Detective.
All right. It's about that thing, isn't it? That great thief that everyone's talking about.
Yes, it is the mark of the great thief Yatagarasu. Under the mark of a legendary bird, the Yatagarasu is noble to the end, a modern Robin Hood. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appears and vanishes at will. Though we don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yatagarasu likes to find and make public evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. The theft is always performed in silence, and always with perfection. Once a target is chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement is sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation is infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found is sent out to the mass media, along with this single card.
Now, let's start a vote to...
That won't be necessary.
Ace had barely spoken for Lotus's entire speech, and everyone jumped a little. 6 pairs of eyes turned to look at him. He didn't seem to notice or even care.
I will stay. That should solve our problem, yes?
Ace, what are you saying? No, you can't do that. That won't solve anything.
June's voice shook, and she looked around desperately for someone to agree with her. Ace simply looked at her.
June, I'm afraid you may have misunderstood me. I said I would stay, but I never said I would sacrifice myself.
Huh?
I trust you. Each and every one of you. I believe you'll come back for me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's optimistic and then there's just nuts. These doors only go one way. You go in, you don't come out. If we go through them...
You won't be able to return, correct?
Yeah.
True, but that will not be the case once you've escaped from the ship.
What?
Please, I beg you, once you've escaped, come back and rescue me. Ideally within the time limit Zero has given us.
No! That's ridiculous! There's no way we could get back in time!
Finally, Junpei could hold his tongue no longer.
We've only got 5 hours left. We don't even know where the hell we are. How on earth are we gonna find someone to come and rescue you?
Then perhaps you would prefer to stay instead of me. Or perhaps you'd be willing to leave June behind.
Ace's voice was dignified and without a hint of cruelty or malice. Junpei had no rebuttal.
You see, there's no other choice. Then I see we've come to our conclusion. Go on, don't worry yourselves about me. Go, quickly!
Junpei stood frozen by indecision, unable to move.
Hi everyone, Tierney here with my own section of the Let's Dub Awards, where I intend to personally award those who deserved recognition and didn't get a lot in the actual voting. Before we start, I want to thank all of you for your support this year, and for giving us your feedback and voting in the polls. We had over 200 individual votes come in, which is no small number, and it was really interesting to see what you guys thought was the best of 2015. The first thing I'm going to bring to the forefront is how much improvement our series have had this year, and which series have shown the most improvement. This is Most Improved Series. My picks for Most Improved Series are Cartagra, 999, Katawa Shoujo, and Radical Dreamers. And as a matter of fact, I couldn't pick just one for this category. All of these series improved massively since their first episode, and I'm so proud of everyone involved and how far they've come.
Please, let me go into door 5.
Seven scratched his head and looked at the young man.
Man, now we're right back where we started, you know that?
Junpei's bracelet number is 5, right? If we are going to add Junpei, then we must subtract 5 from the rest of us.
Snake turned to Ace.
Ace, please take good care of Clover.
Oh, alright. That's fine.
Don't go away!
You need to listen to me, Clover. Go to door 4 with the others.
No!
Don't be so selfish.
Snake's tone was harsh. Tears welled up in Clover's eyes. She bit her lip and did her best to fight them off.
To start off with 999, it had a very rough start in the original series, and the redub shows that we've improved leaps and bounds. Speaking of which, thank you for everyone who voted for the 999 redub as Best Drama Action Series of the Year, and I'm really happy you all recognize our improvement as well. It means a lot, and honestly, I did not expect that series to get that award, and I'm really glad to see that people are enjoying it. I mean, gosh, it was up against Cartagra and Presentable Liberty. Those are 2 massively good series from this year. So, thank you guys so much for recognizing it, and I'm so happy that we've made such leaps and bounds since when we did the first one.
I just need to remember to take my medicine, that's all. Don't worry about it. It's not your fault.
You're sure?
Her voice is muffled, mostly because at the moment her face is pressed into my chest. Yeah, I'm sure. I just need to take it a little easy for the next few days. It suddenly occurs to me how close the two of us are. It also occurs to me how nice being this close feels. I can feel Emmy's heartbeat calming down. I have to resist the urge to rest my chin on top of her head.
Thank goodness. You really had me worried there, Hisao.
Katawa Shoujo, while it didn't start out bad, took a little time for the voice actors to really get in character and for the pacing and editing to get where they are today. The addition of the intro and credits were a big leap forward for quality, and I have to recognize LJ as well for how much extra effort she's putting in now to make the series run more smoothly and increase its quality compared to the beginning of the whole thing. Dubious Automation, the winner of Most Improved Actor, came into the Katawa Shoujo project late and has made massive improvements in only a few episodes, more than worthy of that award. I'm really looking forward to seeing how much we can exceed the expectations of the original Katawa Seiyu fanbase in the years to come. And I know we can. It's gonna get a lot better from here.
Not a peep this time. I can only picture Kid racking her brain, trying to think of what a Hekran sounds like.
What the hell is a Hekron?
Just as I thought. A thief!
Says one of the guards. But just as they start to approach...
Oh, well then it certainly is a Hekran. Without a doubt.
One of them says, exchanging a smile with the others.
Well, that's pretty frightening then. Come on, let's get out of here.
The pack begins to file out of the treasure vault. But then, suddenly, the goblins all spring on the pile of gold.
Well, what do we have here?
Radical Dreamers started out as a way to test and improve some new voice actors and add a new director. But unfortunately it was directed by someone who, while they had their heart set on completing it, just didn't end up having the time to do so. The series was then given to Gildenkrantz, who took her previous acting and directorial experience in theater and, with the short series, Let's Dub Presentable Liberty, and pushed Radical Dreamers and its voice actors to higher levels. While the series doesn't draw much viewership, which is honestly a shame because everyone involved is trying their absolute hardest to make the series the best it can be, the cast is a close-knit group who puts out a spectacular series nonetheless. Regarding Cartagra, I considered this series fantastic from the very start, and I think it's a shame that it didn't win any of the official awards. If we were the Oscars, that would have been a snub, in my opinion. Despite starting out well, it's made large improvements. The editing's improved, the cast members have become closer, and most of all, the voice actors have really come into their own here. What started out as just a good performance for most has now become excellent, and the actors have really given the characters new depth and purpose. Now, I'm going to show you a scene right quick.
I can feel a soft, warm pillow underneath my face. Is that you, Toji? It's pretty considerate of her to cover me up and all.
Huh? Oh, you're awake, Shugo?
I feel her gently stroking my hair. Huh? I look up and say, Toji?
Yeah. You don't need to move. Just relax.
She gently pushes me back down as I try to get up.
Yeah. Just like that.
Toji tenderly runs her hand over my hair. How's Kasuna doing?
She's a bit depressed, but I'm sure she'll be back to her normal, cheerful self in no time. That's just the type of person she is.
Toji says hesitantly.
You sure you want to leave things like this?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. With Kazuna.
Yeah, things are fine like this, at least until this case is closed. Silence. As I lie there in Toji's lap, I can feel her warmth being transmitted through my cheek. It feels strangely calming.
Did you make love to her?
Yeah.
I see.
She falls silent once again. Her hand continues to gently stroke my head. I have no idea how long I've lain here on Toji's lap. She suddenly says,
Shugo, if you need some consoling, you can have sex with me.
What?
Well, I thought it might cheer you up a bit. I've heard that having sex can help men pull themselves together.
You're going to with me? I hadn't expected this at all.
Don't worry about me. It's not as though I don't have any experience comforting men like this. Of course, if you don't want me, then I have no choice in the matter.
Toji. She stares down at me, unflinching. What should I do? I can't betray Kasuna. Thanks for the offer, but thanks is about as far as I'm willing to go. That ends up being my reply after a few moments of indecision.
Let me tell you something about this scene. I absolutely despised it in the original visual novel. Toji was the most awesome character I'd seen in the story, and I felt it was just thrown to the wolves here for a cheap H scene. In this dub, Hyper Knees and Fake Suki did this so well together that they turned a cheap H scene completely around. Now it's a scene where Toji simply feels the pain for her best friend and is willing to do anything it takes to help him feel better. I got feels from a scene that I previously despised. That right there, that's voice acting. My next award is recognizing the director who took the best control of their project and put out the most amazing episodes. This is the Best Director Award. While we didn't have any bad directors this past year, which I'm very thankful for, especially considering this is the first year we've done something like this where we've had multiple directors for multiple series, there was a single one who stood above the rest as far as organization, quality of content, and ability to encourage their cast. And that was Rhuze, the director of Cartagra. She not only was a very positive force on the entire cast to keep them going, she was the director who released the most content this year, and all of it was completely solid. Behind the scenes, she was one of the 2 directors who had all the scripting and recording for their entire series done ahead of time. The other was Ajumun with To the Moon. And she even finished recently recording already for her next series after Cartagra that's due to start later this year. I commend you, Rhuze. Thanks for all your hard work. Seriously. As most of you know, until Trials finished up recently, I was running 5 series at once. It goes without saying I didn't always have time to do the little extra things that were needed, like extra editing bits or time signatures on videos. The next award is for people who helped me with extra things I needed for my own series. This is the Producer's Helper Award. This award goes out to 3 people: Rhuze, Gildenkrantz, and Paco. I never know how to say. I never know whether to say Paco Slime or Paco Slimmy. I think it's Slimmy. Either way, Paco, you were awesome. You guys helped me the most this year with all my extra needs, in addition to everything else you were doing for the project. And I could never thank you guys enough. There were many others in the project this past year who did the same and helped me in many different ways as well. And I thank all of you too. There were so many of you it would take forever to mention it by name, but all of you did great and I really appreciate your help. Finally, we're moving on to the Prediction Awards, starting with the voice actors to look out for in 2016. The first is Digit. I don't actually even know if this is pronounced Digit or Digit. I'm just going to go with Digit, because that's how I always say it in my head. You were the best newcomer of 2015, and well-deserved because you did fantastic with Godot and Salvador. But you have your work cut out for you in 2016. Dig is playing Aristotle Means in the upcoming Dual Destinies Case 3 dub, due to start later this year. He's already done a fantastic job as Godot and Salvador, as I said, and I can say that his Means is even better. My other choice for voice actor to look out for in 2016 is Cammy Mile. She did a great job playing Cammy Neal in Ace Attorney Investigations this year, and is going to be taking on the roles of Robin Newman and Pearl Fay this coming year. Her Pearl's already available to hear on the Trials and Tribulations finale, but I can't wait for you guys to hear her performance. She's done a fantastic job. And for the last category, directors to look for in 2016. First one, Gildenkrantz. She's going to be finishing Radical Dreamers and moving on to her next project, which is a secret as of right now. All I can say is it's been highly requested, and I'm sure you're all going to love it. I can't wait to see it either. Rhuze. Cartagra's going to be finishing up, and she'll be directing her next dub, An Octave Higher, which will no doubt have the same massive amount of effort put into it as Cartagra did. Heck, she's already finished recording the whole thing, and that's not a very short game. It's at least Cartagra's length. So again, I commend you, Rhuze. You're doing a fantastic job. Dubious Automation. He's making his directorial debut, assisting with the long stagnant dubs Halloween Otome and My Magical Cosplay Cafe, which we've been trying to revive for a very long time. Don't be surprised if he comes out with his own project soon either. I'm looking forward to it. That concludes the Let's Dub Awards 2015, and once again, thank you all so much for watching and supporting us. And I really hope you enjoy what we have to release this coming year. See you soon!
Let's Dub Project.